He's so close, we're all touching.
Do you want us to look in the camera?
We're all touching, I don't know. Like,
You know it's Friday, don't you?
yeah, well,
Come on, get on
you're
with it.
slowing us down, David. Should have got him a cross up this morning. Is that sugar? Miller's today in Haxby near York. Everyone knows who these two guys are. I don't have to give them no grand introduction. They've been in business for 50 years. They've been using our products since about 2011. We're just going to go for a bit of a Q&A, nothing over the top, just nice and easy. Let us know what you think. Tell us about the ups and downs of working in a father and son relationship.
I don't think there is any downs really. It's been a really positive relationship between me and Dad. You know, we've got a lot of respect for each other, and it's been a great journey together really. You know, we've bonded a lot as well, which has been fantastic. But just being able to learn from each other. You know, I mean, obviously he's got 30 plus years in this industry, and I'm tapping into that, but he's also learning from me in other aspects of what I brought to the table as well. So it's really cool. You know, we know where we both stand. So
do you think it's probably harder for him than you?
It doesn't seem that way, but maybe probably he's probably going to say something completely different than I am. But
So Alex, you've been in the trade a good few years, you've worked at other places. What's different working at Miller's?
Just the quality of the stuff that we use really. I mean, we only use the best in fish, the best in potatoes. Not really profit driven, it's more about the quality than anything else.
Does David push you quite hard on that, do you think?
Yeah, he pushes us hard. I mean, we have to be the best. That's why we do it really. We don't come to just chuck stuff out. We take pride in what we do.
So if there's a queue on and there's a rush, there's no, I'm going to take that out 30 seconds earlier. None of that.
No.
And he'd be pretty on top of you if that was the case.
It's not ready until it's ready.
David, tell us a little bit about the family dynamics within the business, father and son relationship.
Well, I had no sort of vision of my future really, other than I had a business and I had a value of a business to sell, I suppose. I was sort of looking at where we were going to go in the next 10 years, and then, as we all know, Nick decided to hang his sticks up and came back to the business. And I think the best thing that I did was actually stood back and let Nick go, because what can happen is you can go, now listen son, this is the way you do it. And I think that just strangles it. You can actually do harm that way, and they actually can't shine. So I think the best thing I did was actually step back, but we work very closely together and we talk a lot, but the actual day-to-day running is now really run by Nick. I still cook the fish, I still buy the fish, and I still look at the product. So in a little way I've become a little bit like an executive chef really. So I don't get involved with who's on and what, and whatever. Nick does all that sort of stuff, but I really sort of run the top end stuff and work with Nick on running the business.
So would you say, what piece of advice could you give to dads and mums out there that have got younger people coming through the business? Like, would you tell them, you tell them, what would you say?
Well, I think you have to trust them. They are the progression. They will take your business to another level if you let them. If you don't let them, you will just stay what you are, and they will become disheartened. So I believe that you should let them go, let them run, be there to support them, have some rules in place, of course.
And they still need training.
And they still need very much training, and they need all the knowledge you can give them. But they also might take yours and have a better idea with it. And don't take that the wrong way. Embrace it and go with it, because it will just make you a better shop.
So Nick, do you miss your days travelling and touring as a drummer?
Not right now, no. I left that career for a reason, because I didn't want to travel and tour all the time. I wanted to be more static, and I did it for 10 years. But in some respects, I think I'm doing a similar sort of thing, really. You know, I'm still with the guys on a Friday night on a busy shift, and you know, it's just. Again, it comes from, for me, it always comes from a passion. You know, I know everyone says passion, fish and chips, but like that's what it was for me when I was playing drums. You know, I was able to do what I love and get paid for it, and I'm still doing that. So for me, it's not.
So David, one of the questions I've been asking people lately is, what's the threats to the industry? What do you think about that?
Well, I'm very passionate about training. I work and help with the NFFF, and I'm one of the trainers there. And I'm a massive, massive believer in passing knowledge on and training people. And I think a lot of people go buy a shop, buy a new range. You're looking at the thick end of anything from 250 grand just on equipment and getting yourself going. And people will not just spend that extra grand maybe of just going to getting a bit of professional training and help from the bodies that are out there to do it. And that is our threat, I think, because there's too many people taking, or maybe even taking shops on and getting trained by people who have maybe not got best practice, and that just gets diluted, and then they pick their own bad habits up, and I think that is a big threat to us.
So the threat being that the fish and chip shops aren't, the fish and chips that are being served aren't very good.
Yes.
And then consumers stop eating fish and chips.
And I go back to what I said before, is that you get, you know, if you had a bad meal somewhere, it can put you off, not just for a week, for maybe a year, or even forever.
But also it puts you off not just that shop, the whole cuisine.
The whole industry.
Yeah, so if you went to a Chinese,
Absolutely.
you wouldn't go to another Chinese again.
Yeah, and so that's our problem. So we need to try and, not eradicate it, that's too big a word, but try and help people get the standards up to a benchmark.
So basically what you'd be saying to people out there is, you know, if you are spending any amount of money into coming into the industry, always factor in training.
Absolutely, it's massive.
What have you enjoyed the most about being in the business?
I think meeting expectations of our customers. I get really excited when people come into the shop and they remember like my grandfather and great grandfather, and now like I'm serving them, and just generally talking to them and being a part of it, really being a big part of the community. I absolutely love it. You know, we've been here for over 50 years, and I think that's really cool.
Have you managed to get out there and travel a lot, see a lot for the industry? Let's say?
Yeah, definitely, and that's something that, you know, I would encourage other shops to do as well. Is to get out there. You know, I've been able to go to Norway. I've been to Holland. We're going to Japan this year. You know, I'm not saying you have to buy a ticket to Japan tomorrow, but I'm just.
But even locally, you've seen lots of shops, right?
Yeah, and you learn. You know, you're always learning. You know, obviously we've got this accolade of the #1 fish and chip shop in the UK, but if you think that's it, then you know it's.
Might as well close the door, really. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's, you know, you're still learning all the time. So and that's what the great thing is about it. You
What's the positives of the fish and chip industry?
Well, it's the greatest comfort food going, isn't it? It is the best meal. It's our iconic British dish. And the thing is about fish and chips, it transcends all borders. It transcends, you know, you've got Yorkshire puddings, you've got haggis in Scotland, you've got, you know, whichever area you've got, you've maybe got a flavour.
Yeah.
But fish and chips takes the whole of
Goes
England.
everywhere.
It's everywhere, and it is our still, I think, favourite dish. That's the positives of fish and chips. So it's all hand in hand. You see, the training, making good fish and chips, because it is our national dish. And I think when visitors come to England, they probably want to see Big Ben on
The
Buckingham
Queen.
Palace, but they'll also want fish and chips or try fish and chips.
Yeah.
And how many times do they have it and it's maybe disappointing? That's the problem. So that's, to me, again, it's the positive of fish and chips. It's a dish that's not going to go away, and it's a dish that people can. I've had a great life out of fish and chips. My family has had a fantastic life out of fish and chips. We do it well. It's hard work. We all know that, but it's given me a great life, and I think that's the positive. Any families or any people getting into it, if you do it right, you have a cracking business and an honest business. It's a really good business too.
Yeah. So you're all wearing your Sport Relief t-shirts today. Tell us a bit about what you're planning to do.
So we've got Hope sitting in a bath of gravy today.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Who's going to get to pour the gravy?
Well, Nick, I think, is going to.
You're not all gonna get a go?
And then we're all going to.
Throw some.
I'm going to throw some about.
And she also did the mushy peas last year.
Yeah, last year she did. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it says a lot about what she likes to do in her
Yeah,
spare time.
she seems to like it. So
Yeah.
hopefully curry next year.
David, tell us a little bit about your future plans at Miller's.
I think the future plans for Miller's is what we're doing now, is progressing and keep going for different things and keep pushing ourselves as much as we can. But I think really what me and Nick are trying to concentrate on at the moment is making that experience for the customer when they come through the door to be exceptional. I think we've got the product to back that up, but we need to get that experience for that customer coming through the door.
Would you say, since winning everything recently, well, not just winning, but even just entering awards, customers have higher expectations?
Absolutely. We have seen an increase in turnover. We have doubled, if not more. And from each process, coming third the year before, winning this year, our expectations are very high and the queue is big. And we want to get through that as quick as we can, but as professionally and keeping true to our product, which is we try and fry to order. So we've looked at new technology again, and this is where Nick really, his forte is we're looking at maybe a meet and greet on the door where we can get the order before they even get to the till to pay. That will speed the process up, and if we can get that, they might come twice a week because they know they're going to get served. So it has a knock-on effect as well, and I think the expectations of people when they come to the #1 fish and chip shop are very high, and as we all know, you're on a pedestal on your own and you can be knocked off that very quick. So we need to make sure that we've got that secure. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right.
It's lovely. Here we
Is
go.
that finished? We're done now?
Yeah, we're all done. Yeah, we're all done. So we're all cosy, as you can see. No one's giving me a bit of space to breathe. Just want to say thanks for watching this video.
You need to like and subscribe to the channel.
Hit like, subscribe, and share it. We're also going to put a link at the end of this video to the Miller's YouTube video. So be sure to like, subscribe that channel too. And thanks. Oh, and we've got to say, these guys are just getting ready for Comic Relief. So
we're about to make a big tub of
gravy.
You're going to help us out, yeah?
I'm going to help. I remember how to make it.
Yeah.
And yeah. And we're going to go carry on and let David make fun of me a little bit more.
Yeah, I like making fun of Stel. He's my little mate.
A little bit.
Well, you know.
Well.